Hey, this is Reid's Reviews. Let's check out this JamMan stereo. This is a pretty cool pedal. It offers quite a bit of functionality. There are 99 tracks that can be recorded. These can be changed with this knob, or you can change it with the foot switch, the loop up and loop down. You can tell when there is something that's on one of the loops because the loop light will turn on. Up here we have the loop level and the rhythm level controls. The loop level controls the playback. It will change the volume on either the guitar or the mic that you recorded. Rhythm level is simply the level of the rhythm that has been added to the track. For example, if I want to create a rhythm, I can set a tempo by pushing this button here. I can change the level right there. On the right side, we have the mic level or the instrument level. Now there is an XLR input that allows you to input a mic, and of course this would select the level of the mic as it was coming into the pedal, as well as the instrument level. You'll see some lights right here, or some LED spots. One's for loop, one says single, one says card memory. The top one will light up if you have the pedal in the looping mode, so if you record something it will play over and over and over again. The single will be just played once, so it's not really a loop, it's just a recording of a track. And then the card memory, there is an SD card slot in this, and you can record to that, and that light would be on if the data was being recorded to the SD card. You'll note down here on the bottom, we have these two levels of titles. And this button here, the exit shift button, if you push it down, shift is enabled, and that means that these bottom functions are active. If I turn that off, now the top functions, so in this case store would be active or reverse would be active. Let's go over each one of these buttons quickly. I'll start with the top level titles. Store is when you want to save a track that you've recorded. Reverse is an interesting one. It takes the signal that was being played and reverses it. Dry defeat is if you're bringing in the input through an auxiliary, which it has in the back, then it will mute or turn off the mic or the instrument. Auto record, this feature when you're recording a loop, it will start recording or it will kick on the measure when it senses a signal. Record mode here is kind of interesting. These lights correspond to the different functions that the record mode provides. You can see here, there's an instrument mic, that's when we're playing it with a XLR or a regular instrument input through the back. If I move it to auxiliary input, it will record just what's coming in through the auxiliary jack, which is a stereo jack. If I put it on center, it's also coming in through the auxiliary jack, but it does something kind of interesting. It takes sounds that are common to both channels and will delete them. And usually that's vocals or instruments that come through. There is a caveat in the manual that says that any effects that may have been put on those, they may not be completely removed when center is selected. Okay, and the next setting is also with auxiliary input, and that's full range amp. So you put it on this if you're going to be playing this through a guitar amp. So now let's go over the bottom row, and these bottom titles would be enabled when I select the shift. So here, this is delete. So if I'm on a track and I want to delete what's currently there, I would push this button. The rhythm type will allow us to select different rhythm patterns. The time signature, beats per measure, will let you select that. The loop and single button here will change the playback to either be a continuous loop or just one time. And the lights up here will go on depending on which one is selected. The stop mode is associated with these three elements: the stop, finish, and fade. And when stop mode is selected, the lights here will relate to these titles on the right. So for example, if I click here, that's saying it's on fade mode. If I click again, it's on stop. If I click again, it's on finish. Let me tell you what each one of these means. So stop means that if I click stop when I'm doing a playback, it will just immediately stop. Finish, it will continue to the end of the track, and then it will stop. And fade, it will fade out. It won't stop immediately. It won't finish to the end, but it will fade out. Hey, I hope this helped. If you're a guitar enthusiast and you love effects, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and you'll have access to the library of reviews that I've done and those that I'll be doing in the future. So, hey, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.